Hi everyone, this is Shannon with Apex Tarot, and I hope that you're doing fantastic. Today is the 18th of October, and we're here to do the morning reading, or the first morning reading. I've got two cards that Spirit had me blend together, and it's the Waite and the Gilded Tarot. So we're going to use that for a reading this morning, see what comes out. Don't know why Spirit's having me do this, but it is what it is. So anyway, let's get started here. If you want to contact me for a donation reading, all of the information is listed below. Thank you, Sweet Divine, for clear defined messages for the collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to understand for today? What is the truth of the matter? What are we looking at attacking today? We have love, and we have the King of Wands coming out for an overall energy here. Passion, steaminess, really, because water and fire is very steamy when it comes together there. Maybe somebody's getting pregnant, or that's really sexy energy right there. And the hand of the Creator. Wow, look at that. The Ten of Pentacles also coming out today. Beautiful energy. And then we also have the moon, and today is the 18th, and this is the 18th card of the deck. Excuse me, y'all, I'm trying to still wake up this morning. It's I've been up for quite a while. The moon is very, very emotional, right? And so is this. We've got the Ace of Cups. He's looking right on over at this Ace of Cups here, just looking at it. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which will actually break down to the one pentacle there. And that's large sums of money. We've got emotions. We've got, this represents the mother. And we got pregnancy there. This is a very sexual card. You could be dealing with, obviously your husband, or you are a husband, or your bosses today, or something like that on your job, or you just love your job. Or your job is emotional to you, and maybe you're starting something brand new. There's all kinds of energy here that we can take from that. I do always see the dogs within the Ten of Pentacles, which is about loyalty. And if somebody either, hasn't been loyal, because we do have the moon here that can suggest deception, not for everyone, but it could be here. Maybe you've just been on a long journey. There's a path here that you can see, and like a crawfish is coming up there, and maybe just been on a long journey trying to figure something out where finances are concerned, and now there's a brand new offer coming straight out of heaven for you. Let's take a look and see what's going on here, what Spirit wants us to know today. Okay, we also have another king at the bottom of the deck here, and so the swords down, I always look at the swords as either just, when they're down, you're either not talking, or you're thinking, or there's some kind of deception. Like I said, we can't rule out for everybody that there's not any deception going on where money is concerned, maybe love, or childbirth, or bosses, or, your spouses, or, whatever this is. This is another high-ranking mastery person, leadership. The King of Swords normally cold as ice, and he's very disciplined. Hopefully he's just sitting there thinking. If this is another side of this king here, maybe it's a sun, moon, rising energy. It's air, and we all have thoughts, and we all have passions, and we all have financial situations and emotions, and everything's here, so it really doesn't matter who it is. But we do have masculine energy coming out here today in our right now moment. So we've got the Ten of Swords. We've got two tens here, and this will break down to the Ace of Swords, which, if we're going to count the King of Swords sword, that makes 11 swords. And so somebody knows something, maybe where money's concerned, a home situation is concerned. The Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles is like large sums of money, or insurance policies, financial security, your legacy, just feeling completely grounded and stuff like that. And if somebody had done something that was deceptive, because within the Ten of Swords here, we do find the Seven of Swords somewhere in there along the journey. And like I said, and that's the lying, cheating, babbling, backstabbing person, and somebody's been backstabbing. It's not funny. especially if you've been there. But we do have that moon there that also can represent things that happen in the night, things that are hidden, emotions, whatever it was. Maybe you just lied to yourself and it's just, your own thoughts did this to you, and or somebody else did this to somebody. I'm talking to many different people in many different scenarios, but this is what's in the right now position. But the good thing about this is whatever's happened, it's over. The cycle's over. We have 2 tens here, and also we have an ace showing up there with that Ace of Cups. Look at what's crossing is the sun. Now, yesterday I did the Lenormand reading and we got the sun, which is amazing. And today we're getting the sun, and today's the day of the moon. And tomorrow will be the 19th, the day of the sun. It's amazing to me. And yesterday was the star, the 17th high arcana was the date. And the sun itself is a star again. But when the moon comes out and the sun follows it anyway after the night. So the night season is over for someone here. The sun is shining today. Hopefully this isn't pride. Like I said, the King of Swords can represent somebody who's in pride. And the King of Wands can represent somebody who is just, will just blaze forth. If he's not in the upright, he'll burn the crap out of you, right? But hopefully this is something beautiful. This is the most positive card of the deck. And what is crossing this and helpful is to be happy again, to choose joy, to be, in a place where you are just going to be positive regardless. This is a romantic card. This is front stage stuff. And if people had been talking and behind your back or doing something that was deceptive, well, the high arcana is coming out here today to say that, what's helpful is the sun. This also represents children. So we've got children, shown in the 10 of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Cups that also represents children. And then the moon represents mothers. And so that's family. That's also balancing things here. What happened in the deep past? Somebody walked away to go get their 9 of Cups, which that makes 9 of Cups right there. So no wonder the sun is crossing this. If you've been going through a hard cycle, well, it's over. Something's happened and something's over today, which is beautiful. But somebody walked away and obviously something happened to get through this hard process. And yet there's 9 cups still showing here. Even though this is a deep past, there's a new beginning here. Because the 1 cup makes the 10 of cups. So that's beautiful. What just happened? So marriage, something like that happened. Sorry about my phone. It's going off. Marriage here, you can take it as an omen, I guess. Marriage is here, partnerships, your ethics, being spiritual but practical, religious figures, all kinds of different kinds of things happening here with the Hierophant. This was obviously social. This represents society itself and being social. And the sun right now is in Libra. And Libra and Taurus make up the Empress, and that's a public figure, something out in the open. Now, what's at the top of these thoughts that have been brutal in the right now moment, and it's helpful to take the sun energy, is the moon, again, coming out in another way. And the High Priestess, which she doesn't talk. She has to go really within to find out the answers within the mystery of the whole cycle that's happened here, whatever this means for you, and gain some kind of understanding. But understand that things happen for a reason, even though we go through those bent back cycles that we have to go through. She holds the scroll of knowledge that has been written down before the time began. So there have been meant events that along the way that have occurred in this process here. We know there's been deception in some things, where money, where family, where maybe children, I'm hearing for somebody, I know this isn't for everybody, but somebody thought they belonged that they didn't realize that they weren't somebody's child. They were actually somebody else's child, but they didn't know that through their as they were growing up. That's not for everybody, but I just heard that in my spirit. Somebody just said somebody found out that they weren't somebody, they had a different father than what they thought they had. And anyway, that side note, what's fixing to happen is a choice. This high arcana is coming out here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high arcanas coming out here. And this is speaking, this is Mercury, right? This is a partnership. Again, this is also a partnership with the Hierophant here, which the Hierophant came into the situation. Something within society came in and or within your marriage and it ended, and something's happened here. There's decision being made. Your polaric balance is being balanced out now with this new cycle, getting up after a collapse and taking that sun energy. This is positive. This is a divine union. Maybe you find you're returning to an old lover, or you're just fixing your marriage, or you found somebody new. Maybe you've just been going within trying to figure out, what do I do? How do I love again? Many different energies coming out here. What is the concern? The Queen of Cups. Well, if the Queen of Cups has been manipulative and in the negative or unforgiving or something like that, then that's understandable. The Queen of Cups in the upright is somebody who teaches, and she could represent a nurse, she could represent a boss, she could represent, we've got 2 kings and a queen showing up here. We've got a polaric balance, and we've got the High Priestess, which can represent the other woman. That's not for everyone, obviously, but we've got a lot of mother-like energy coming out here in marriage. And like I said, 2 kings, these are court cards coming out here, and then a card that can represent another person or something like that. And so if somebody's trying to work on a relationship or something like that, and this is your concern, or you being forgiving, or you learning from where you've come from, then that's the concern. How do people see this? We got the Lovers here as a divine union. In the recent, or I'm sorry, in the immediate future, we got the Lovers, a choice. How people see it is the Lovers, a choice. There's the Sun again showing. That's amazing to me. And so it's confirming itself here that, a choice needs to be made. People see it as that. People see it as harmony, whatever this decision needs to be, an attraction, a relationship, the duality and the partnership here. And if the Sun is showing, and we've got the Sun showing twice, and the Sun and the Lover showing in just one card as well, that's amazing to me. And we've got pictures of the Moon coming out twice here. We got a lot of stuff here. And if you're deciding on fixing a partnership or something like that, you just have to use your intuition, but you got to get up from that brutal backstabbing collapse and move forward, whatever your decision is, right? And don't make another mistake and walk away and maybe go back into the Moon. Actually, here's the Moon again. Maybe something also happened at the last full moon in Aries, is also what I'm hearing. And the hopes is justice. Now, again, like I said, the Sun right now is in Libra, and the Sun and the the Justice card and the Hierophant card make up the Empress, and that is a divine counterpart. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. That's a divine counterpart to the Emperor himself. And we've got the Lovers card that represent the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's amazing. So your hopes is justice. Your hopes is the truth. Hopefully, your hopes is integrity. This should be about integrity. The sword is up here when the sword's down here with the King of Swords. Your hopes is to be able to, have a partnership that's not going to be biased, or, it needs to be balanced. We got balancing here, balancing here, balancing here. That's amazing to me. If your concerns is forgiveness, right? Or, some of you all have legalities that you're going through within a partnership, and because there's been deception where money is concerned, or work, or pregnancy issues and secrets and stuff like that, and now things have been exposed. The Sun represents exposure. It's coming out twice. And like I said, this is a public figure. If we're talking Empress and the divine feminine and masculine, it's something known. What's the outcome? Is resting after a heartbreak. Beautiful. Some people have actually maybe even, this 2 pictures this morning looks like death, and that looks like a funeral, and that looks like somebody's really just had, died or something like that. And some people have went through legalities where, you know, a death has occurred, and we've got inheritance here within this card. And if you've been just fighting, maybe these are family members here. These could be, you know, two brothers, a sister, whatever this is. It can go so many different ways. It could be all kinds of stuff. And, you know, resting after this hard energy. We've got 14, 15 swords. So that's the 15th higher arcana is the devil energy. And the devil can be anything from lies and truths, which we have that here, to self-enslavement, to sex addictions, to restrictions, to bondage, to bank systems. So whatever this is, your outcome is to rest after a stressful time, which is beautiful. We have the sun here, guys, and whatever this heart, look at this, what's at the bottom of the deck. So we get this twice. There's love, and then there's the moon again. There's love, and then there's an eye watching. You know, if somebody been lying to themselves about the way they feel, and they know that they found their divine feminine or masculine here, and they haven't been talking about it, and or somebody tried to come in, you know, move in on your divine masculine or your divine feminine, whatever the case is here, there's some kind of resting after this. There's absolutely love here, right out of heaven itself. And the Creator's got his eye on this cup. Maybe there have been children here. Like I said, I don't know why I heard it in my spirit, but somebody thought they had a father, but yet it was a different person that was their father, and they grew up and just found that out. That's heartbreaking. That's absolutely heartbreaking. People, you know, I get it. Or you've kept a secret about something like that, or were told to keep a secret, you know, that so-and-so wasn't your parent, and now you're old enough and you just release that. And whatever the case is, the Creator knows everything, and is here to make a thing right, and to balance the scales, and to get you out of the night and into the day here. And there is going to be a resting for you. That's beautiful energy, though, coming out even in the midst of trial. We teach and we learn from that place. So anyway, guys, this is the first reading, kind of different reading this morning. At least I feel it. I feel like I feel like I've just stumbled all over the place. I'm still trying to wake up at the same time. Let me just see real quick. Just a lot of different energies out here. There's definitely decisions being made, or needing to be made, or will be made. This is also about a decision and a judgment. Something just happened where, you know, this is connected together anyway. So there was some kind of judgment to end something, and the sun is crossing this. Amazing to me. It's going to be communication here where there hadn't been communication. You're going to be able to get out of... hopefully you'll be able to get out of deceptive energy, that there be loyalty. Like I said, I'm drawn to those dogs there in that Ten of Pentacles, which will break down to a brand new beginning again. And that one pentacle also breaks down to childbirth as well. We got a lot of childbirth stuff out here. If there was a secret where a child, and we got children here, there was a secret where children were concerned. Maybe it really wasn't that much of a secret. Maybe some people did know about it. Maybe they just didn't talk about it on purpose. But maybe all parties knew about it and didn't talk about it. I mean, we got so many different scenarios we could go with this energy here. All right, guys, this is what I have here today for this reading. Please check and watch any of the other videos down below. Yesterday I did the elements reading for the next 72 hours, so if you missed those, go ahead and check below. And like I said, if you would like to reach me for a personal reading, email me at apextaro_apurespirit@yahoo.com. Send your donations to P.O. Box 25172, Kansas City, Missouri 64119. Shalom.